Simon, are you okay? We started recording.
I know. I just can't get this excitement out of my mind. It's all too much right now. We've got all of these new Mega Constructs reveals, Jazzware just killing it with World of Halo and Spartan collection scales. And do you know a little thing called E3? It's 12 hours away, and I'm recording this video because they just revealed more information. I mean, not specifically revealed, it's more a leak, but we have images finally of the Halo Showtime TV show. TV show on Showtime, TV series, and I just gotta make a video on it. They look so cool. There's a couple of things I want to address and some worries that I've discovered while researching this video, but I just wanted to get in front of the microphone. This isn't going to be heavily edited, more just released. I want to get this out and focus on E3. I gotta schedule all my videos. We're gonna be live streaming gameplay and a pre-live show discussion where you guys can get involved. It's gonna be very exciting. So I want to just drop this out as quickly as possible and get on to E3, because also E3 premieres at 1 a.m. Hong Kong time. So I got a heck of a day ahead of me. So hello once again, YouTube, and welcome back to The Domain. We're checking out these images for Showtime, the Halo TV series, Halo TV on Showtime. It's something that's been in the sort of works for years and years now. It's been delayed, it's had big production problems, it's replaced directors and all this turmoil, and these leaks have come out at probably a pretty specific time just before E3. I wouldn't even be surprised if these leaks were intentional. They kind of seem like they might be just before the E3 trailer. I've got big expectations for E3. I think it'll be a multiplayer focus with a big campaign trailer and this trailer for the Showtime TV series at the very end. Now, we're going to address the elephant in the room first, which I didn't actually know about until I started researching this video. Apparently, this TV series is not canon for whatever reason. And I get the argument that I've seen that most of your favorite movies or TV shows are not canon compared to, like, the books. If they're adaptations, specifically like Transformers or something, usually the plot deviates wildly. The Walking Dead is another great example, but this is not like adapting a comic book where some things might not work for the big screen. This is an adventure in the Halo universe, and I always have this argument. Halo canon spans hundreds of thousands of years, but the video games only take place within like 30 years. And it's actually a very small window, and it feels a little claustrophobic sometimes, particularly when I waited so long between Halo 4 and Halo 5, and then the events of Halo 5 took place within like a week or something. And then you have to wait like another 5 or 6 years for Halo Infinite, which I don't know how expansive this is going to be. Apparently very expansive, but I just see no plausible reason that you would not have this as a canon TV show. No plausible reason. Like, yeah, you can do some new creative stuff, but what? There's like hundreds of Spartans, there's hundreds of prophets, thousands of worlds. There are millions of stories you could tell. I know that Halo Legends, some of it is not canon, but it's clear what is not canon, like the goofy stuff. But this should just be canon. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Seems ridiculous to me. But let's check out these images. They do get me quite hyped, and especially the images of the Prophet. He looks really cool. Particularly, it's Microsoft's biggest franchise, so I think they will invest heavily in this. They probably learned some things from Forward Unto Dawn and Nightfall, though. Forward Unto Dawn was, at the time, I loved it so much. I thought it was fantastic, with a really great soundtrack, very good production, very good actors. So I enjoyed that, and Halo Nightfall was okay. It didn't really feel like a Halo story, but it gave way to some cool Mega Constructs merge, so there is that. So let's have a look at these pictures. Pre-warning, these are pixelated. They're not very good, but I've boosted the exposure and brightness up to almost max, so we can actually see what's going on here. Very poor quality images. But the first one seems to be a destroyed hull, a breached hull of some kind of ship to me. There seems to be fire and explosions going on around, and it rips all the way through. This to me seems like some sort of plasma bombardment on a UNSC ship from the Covenant, and it's ripped right through, left a load of wreckage. Perhaps this could also be the UNSC blowing through Covenant. It seems too dark to be the hull of a Covenant ship, but I would guess it's that. It could also be some kind of mining facility. But yeah, it looks really interesting. It looks like it's in the final stage of visual effects. Like, this looks pretty amazing. It also reminds me of the bunker hole blasted in The Last Jedi when the First Order are trying to get to Leia. Then we've got my beautiful Prophet. I love this thing. On Twitter, it's been compared to the Prophet of Regret a lot, but I don't know, it could be any of them. I would like this to just be a story about a minor prophet doing some minor prophet things that the Spartans have to get involved in, and then the plot turns sour, maybe with the flood or something like that. See, that's the thing. It's like, I get if you're doing a non-canon story, but then if you include a named prophet, that seems a bit strange to me, because there's another image that shows the chief running with another Spartan. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Blue Team, but then we've got a cast list. This is confirmed that the characters on this show are the Master Chief Cortana, Catherine Halsey, Quan Ah, Soren 666, Admiral Margaret Parangoski, Jacob Keyes, Miranda Keyes, Maki, Kai 125, and Venek 134. So there are 3 new Spartans there, Soren, Kai, and Venek. Again, it could just be, and that's the problem with the Master Chief, I guess, because the Master Chief is roped very tightly into the Halo story. You know what happens to the Chief through Halo 1 to 3. You know that Halo 1 starts just as they've left Reach. So there's not much wiggle room. You could do a story before Halo Reach, or you could do a story set between Halo 4 and 5, or 5 and 6. But apparently they're not going to do that. Apparently it's non-canon. We got 2 gorgeous pictures of the Master Chief. He looks fantastic. The Master Chief is definitely modeled off the Halo Infinite design, but then again, it's like, when can this take place? Because if Miranda and Jacob Keyes are cast in the show, then it has to take place between Halo 1 and 3, I guess, but then there's different Spartans, so... weird, confusing thing. If 343 could do one thing to this show that would piss people off, it's making the show non-canon. Like, that just seems like such a stupid idea to me. We got a beautiful image of some warthogs in a UNSC armory bay. Maybe this is just before the hull's breached. I don't know. They look fantastic. I mean, the warthog is just so iconic. In every single game, it looks beautiful. Microsoft knows it. It's their favorite thing. And then we've got this weird alien, maybe Forerunner facility. You can see 2 Spartans walking up to, maybe examining this big sort of glowing dome. I could see this as being part of a Forerunner facility. I could see this as being part of a Covenant facility, to be fair. They do dabble with greens, but those lines running up the pillar kind of suggest Forerunner. It could be a cool plot if it was like an Onyx Shield World situation, where all of the characters get teleported into some kind of Forerunner facility against the Covenant. They have to fight their way out. We've got one more picture of this really nice looking asteroid belt. It's got some lines, I think, attached to it. It might be like a moon base or an asteroid base. That has been common in a lot of different sci-fi shows. Maybe there's some kind of asteroid base, maybe a secret Oni facility would be my guess. And the last image for today is the Halo logo, looking so whited out. I mean, it's the Halo logo, what can you say? This in all, guys, it's a very confusing mess. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm very excited about a TV show. I'm very excited about Halo being launched into, like, a more mainstream audience. But at the same time, it's not canon. Why? Guys, this video will release less than 12 hours before my E3 presentation. I'm going to be posting all about it in the next few hours. I'm going to be live streaming with gameplay of MCC. It's an open custom games where you can join and discuss Halo Infinite. And then we're going to do a 1-hour long panel discussion talking about our hopes and expectations for the game. And then we're going to go into the live watching of the show. I'm so excited about it, and I'll see you guys there. Thanks for the support. Let me know if you are excited about this TV show, or if it seems a bit hit and miss. I'm excited. I'm going to have to see what they do with this. A lot of the special effects look fantastic, so maybe they'll pull a real gem out of the dirt here. I don't know, just why make it non-canon? That just annoys people so much. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you're okay with non-canon. Yeah, maybe there's some of you out there. This is The Domain, signing off. See you 3-3.